I don't know
So,
how being on
back
my
to your
phone
point.
correlates to cheating. That's fucking ridiculous.
A lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the fuck?
Fatality.
Yeah, no, if you had legitimate...
I think I have a lot more to offer than just being on OnlyFans.
If you had
like that I
significant...
started
One
2
second,
months
love.
ago. Like there's a
One
lot
second,
more
love.
to offer than
If you had
love.
significant IQ
Yeah.
and skill set, you'd be able to go into the marketplace and earn a good income such that you didn't have to
gotcha.
do that. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge, you didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money.
Finish him.
If you weren't doing OnlyFans, how would you earn a six-figure plus income?
Work at one of the I work at one of the best clubs in Las
You
Vegas.
seem like you're having trouble with English for a second. Tell us.
I'm perfectly fine with my
Okay,
English.
go on.
I'm a little riled up. Yes.
I said that like 5 minutes ago and you denied.
Gentlemen, we've officially entered the FI era. The financially yours bargain bin of the 304 lifestyle has hit new lows, right here in your very own city. For a couple of theater popcorn bucks, dignity is up for sale. It's tragic, but, you know, mildly entertaining.
Popcorn at a rundown theater? Samuel, you're being generous. Some of these broads are practically offering their soul for a Netflix password and Uber Eats. But you hear them preach financial freedom. Yeah, because clearly credit card debt equals freedom, right?
Oh yeah, financial freedom, a phrase they love throwing around while crying into their 5th margarita at happy hour. But the second you pass by a group of clucking hens at the bar, the truth slips right out between the gin and tonics. Chad never texted me back. He just wanted me for the night.
You can practically hear the violins playing. Classic. Chad did the old disappearing act. And then it's, I have $30,000 in credit card debt. Why won't any rich guy save me?
Newsflash, ladies, Chad knew you were a one and done. And that credit card debt, that's your permanent +1. And no, you're not some princess needing rescuing, you're a walking liability. Every time you pull out that phone, we're treated to another installment of Who Wants to Be a Sugar Baby.
I'm honestly so upset. Living in America is freaking ridiculous right now. There are people choosing whether they want to have Christmas gifts or pay their rent, and that might not be different from any other year. 2 to 3 grand on average. You need to make 2 to 3 times that. $9,000 a month. How many people with regular bachelor degrees are even making that? No one. Not a lot of people. No one wants to live with roommates. That's not the answer. Everybody deserves a safe and clean space. There's no reason why so many people should be roommating, or you can't even buy yourself your own house. It's not, this is horrible.
So how much more is going to have to happen for all of us to decide collectively to just start striking? Like, what else is going to have to happen before we all get together and decide we're not taking it no more? Because I'm waiting for everybody to decide to quit their jobs. They can't punish all of us. They're going to have to do something. If we all just stop working, we all stop paying rent, they can't put everybody out. So when is enough? Tell me. Because I've been ready to quit. Okay? I'm ready whenever y'all are. The current state of the world, it can't be sustained like this for too much longer. It's not possible. The rioting, the striking, the hottest summer ever, the sea animals are revolting, the aliens, it's the series finale, guys. It's about to be done anyways. We might as well go out with a bang and quit paying all this rent and do some traveling, see some sights that we ain't never seen before. Honestly, I think it's time, guys. I think it's time.
They fixing to go on strike starting September 1st.
Go back and watch that. But yeah, everything she said. September 1st, we are going on strike. I'm tired of this high-ass rent, these high-ass groceries. For one day, everybody stop spending money. Don't go to work. Go visit your family. Get you some fresh air. Once we stop as one, that's when y'all gonna realize that we got the power.
It's no secret that money's tight these days, but feminists can't seem to figure out how we got here. I mean, I remember the days when every channel in the West was out here praising women for their consumer habits. You know the lines women drive 70 to 80% of all consumer purchasing. Without their spending, the economy would collapse. They made it sound like women were keeping the free market on life support single-handedly.
Yeah. Until you hit puberty and started seeing the game for what it really was.
Exactly. When my balls dropped and I took a good look around, it hit me what these chicks were actually buying was nowhere near what the media was glorifying. They weren't out there budgeting for essentials or strategizing on how to survive tough times. No, they were blowing their husbands' paychecks on $100 lipstick, $75 mascara, and other junk they caked on.
Oh yeah, they weren't saving the economy, they were just racking up receipts for stuff that wouldn't last a week. But it was like some badge of honor.
And then they act surprised when the economy crashes. So ladies, here's a simple question for you. How does spending your money on makeup kits and that infomercial bird feeder lead to a sustainable ecosystem? I'll save you the trouble, it doesn't. But go ahead, I'll wait for the logical answer.
Don't hold your breath, Samuel.
Hi, I am Samuel.
Hi, I am Mark. Welcome to Protective Perspective.
If you're tired of the games, the lies, and the heartbreak,
You're in the right place.
here, we don't just talk, we confront the brutal truth of modern relationships.
It's time to wake up, take charge, and reclaim your power.
Let's dive in.
Date a guy that don't have no money, but he treats you so good.
I'm not gonna date a guy just because he has money.
No, he has no money. Like everything's.
It's like dating a bum. Like I'm not gonna date a bum,
But he
it's like.
treats you well. But and then again, he make ends meet.
But if you see a guy, he's mentally like there.
He broke, but he making ends.
Like,
Yeah.
he has a 9 to 5, but he barely making. He make $1,000 a week. That's nothing.
$1,000 a week is a lot of money. That's $4,000 a month.
After taxes, is 800.
That's not
That's
broke.
not a broke nigga.
See, that's broke.
That's broke.
Okay, that's not broke.
Man, the denial Olympics is something else. These women out here acting like they're struggling, yet they won't hesitate to call $38,500 after taxes total poverty if I had a nickel for every time some shamu jumped on a podcast, talking about how she's waiting for a 7-foot Chad making $200,000 to settle down with her. I'd be flying private to Dubai by now.
Right, Samuel? They're really out here thinking that Chad's gonna show up at their door with roses and a ring, when in reality he's already ghosting them after one night.
Exactly. And then you've got the waitress claiming women are better at investing. I'm sitting there like, really? Where's that money coming from? Because let's be real, most of those successful female portfolios are built off divorce settlements.
Yup, no surprises there. Women cashing in big during a divorce and suddenly they're Wall Street geniuses? The rest of us see what's going on. It's like they think we don't notice.
Oh, and the best part. If you even mention that little fact, you've got a whole mob calling you a misogynist. But facts are facts, man.
Exactly. They love the I'm a strong, independent woman narrative until the alimony check hits the account. Then it's back to lounging with their kids while the guy's out there working 12-hour shifts to pay for it.
Or worse, some of them slide into positions of power with that progressive message, and people think they're pulling it off with some secret female intuition.
Can you define what a high-value man is in your eyes then?
One, a man who's not interested in multiple women. Two, what's funny about that? Okay, well, how old are y'all?
Continue on. No, keep going.
How old are y'all?
No, keep going. I don't want to interrupt you. Keep going.
How old are y'all?
Keep going.
I have a question.
I am 30 years old.
Okay, and how old are you?
I don't understand what that has to do with the question.
Because, okay, so not only, I'm very like, I date older men.
Okay, so you think a high-value guy doesn't have multiple women. Okay, what else?
That's not what I said.
Are y'all on the same podcast as me?
No, you did. You said a guy that's not interested in multiple women. Oh, you say that. Okay, not all high.
When women are like, why are you so shallow? And you're always trying to chase the money and get the muscles and all this kind of stuff. And because a lot of women don't understand, when we don't, someone else does. Why do you go out and get the Lamborghini? Because the last guy I'm competing with. That's why. Men, we have to compete to create these scenarios so that you notice us. If we don't, then we become one of the 80% of men on Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge that are reported by women to be unattractive.
This kind of goes back into the whole like blue pill Disney hallmark kind of upbringing that all of us have, that we're kind of brainwashed with. It tries to trick men into thinking that you don't have to compete, which is the most dangerous mentality you could have as a guy, is thinking you can just waltz through life and everything's going to be fine.
You're going to win because you're...
Ah, here we go again. Another Western woman filing for divorce, claiming she felt alone in the relationship. What a classic line.
Right? It's like they all have a script. He verbally abused me because I left the trash out, please. What does she expect? The guy works all day to keep the lights on while she's, what, binge watching reality shows?
Exactly. Men are wired to work, Mark. It's like a survival instinct. We've been running around for 12 hours just to bring home the bacon since the dawn of time. Meanwhile, she's having a meltdown because he didn't notice the trash.
And then they get bored, start drinking all day, and popping pills like they're candy. It's a slippery slope, my friend. They say it's the kids who ruin their fun, but come on.
You hit the nail on the head. They had the freedom to play house because we were out there battling the elements. And now they act like they're trapped in a prison of their own making.
Fast forward 50 years, and we've got some chick with pink and purple hair telling everyone being a housewife is outdated. Like, congratulations on your life choices.
And the rest just follow blindly, thinking they're reinventing the wheel. They want the benefits of a career without the evidence of what it takes to actually maintain a household.
Seriously. They approach life like a buffet. I'll take the paycheck and the freedom, but I'll pass on the responsibility.
You're right about that one, but I just feel like
If they both doing the same job, they deserve the same pay. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but at the same time, you know, then why would someone want to star in their movie?
I mean,
What would be the benefit of having a celebrity in your movie if they weren't gonna, you know, bring more people to the theater?
right. That makes sense, but
I mean, they're both doing the same job, but don't they have different value to the project?
yeah, but I feel
you're right.
So shouldn't their pay, you know,
I feel like-
reflect the value that they're bringing to the movie?
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like it depends on what part you play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't that completely disprove the gender pay gap right there?
I don't know.
Oh, poor Western women. Deflection is their go-to move. No epiphanies, no course corrections, just a one-way ticket back to the reconditioning cult.
Right? It's like they're in a never-ending cycle of denial. Instead of waking up to reality, they just cozy up to their own fantasies.
And let's not even get started on that gender pay gap nonsense. It's ridiculous. But here's the kicker: from a young age, boys are taught that value is earned, while girls are told it's simply deserved.
Exactly, Samuel. When a boy fidgets in class, it's shut up and sit still, but when a girl does the same. Oh, the teacher, who's probably a woman, rushes over, all concerned like, "Are you okay, sweetie?"
Do you need a safe space? Meanwhile, the boys are just trying to manage their natural energy. It's like a double standard on steroids.
And look at adult life. It's the same song and dance. Men have to work harder than ever, while women are encouraged to hop on OnlyFans to fund their Starbucks addiction.
Exactly. We all know what happens when kids have it too easy. They never struggle, lose their sense of purpose, and guess what? They become a societal burden.
But somehow, this rule doesn't apply to women. The whole Western civilization is like, nah, they can coast.
And now look where that line of thinking has led us. The streets are filled with self-proclaimed queens who think they deserve the world without lifting a finger.
Why the hell I take my stepdaughter to see Little Mermaid? I wake up, you know, everybody they hooping and hollering, "Hey, get down, don't do that. Who child is that? What you doing?" I wake up to this, I'm like, man, what the fuck? I look up. Why she up there climbing on the screen trying to swim with the fishes? And then we get back to the house, I tell her mama with how her mama get mad at me talking about why I wasn't watching them. I'm telling her mom, like, you mad at me, but the whole time I'm not realizing what's going on. I'm thinking it's part of the movie. You know, and she talking about, how you think it's part of the movie? You know how it is when you waking up out your sleep and you be delirious? Like, that's what it was. Like, I'm thinking this was part of the movie, and I done woke up on the part of the movie where everything dramatic. Whole time, it's her up there climbing on these folks' screen. Man, that shit was crazy. And now me and her been arguing all day, and she act like she don't understand that. She done did some crazy shit when she wake up out her sleep.
Do you feel that you're happier right now than when you were broke, or not really?
Sometimes. It's a sometime thing. Like, you know, it makes me happy. It makes me happy that I'm able to afford what I want. And it makes me happy that I get to treat my family. But I feel like the way that I have money kind of took away a lot of my happiness.
Oh, look. America's favorite grape thief is shedding some tears. Who could have guessed?
Seriously. This is what happens when you feed your daughters that delusional Kool-Aid. They jump onto social media thinking they're mermaids and goddesses instead of bringing them back down to earth.
Right, Mark. Instead of real-life lessons, it's all about sparkly dresses and magic wands. Is anyone surprised when they grow up completely delusional?
And then they trade in their dreams for lingerie and a selfie. Forget about honorable professions, right? It's a real tragedy.
Speaking of delusions, let's dive into Cardi B's saga. There's a lot to unpack here. Just like I mentioned in my previous Man Guide video, this woman is an absolute monster.
A serial thief. She's violated countless men with narcotics and then has the audacity to go on TV and say she doesn't care because they liked it.
If any guy uttered those words, they'd have a target on their back faster than you can say criminal. We'd be mounting his head on a pike.
Rightfully so. But here's Cardi, speaking to some mindless simp who gives her a platform to shed crocodile tears.
Oh, please. She's a martyr now? A stripper who leveled up to a more expensive stripper, crying about making more money than the thousands of men risking their lives overseas.
Yeah, because that's a comparison that really holds water. Those guys are out there dealing with real pain while she's counting her cash from the comfort of a nightclub.
Looking for a yellow bone, long hair star. Thick in the hips, come get in my car.
I think it's nice to not even see. I have this new thing where I do not look at my phone.
I definitely feel a lot better that I have Danny's dad's blessing, but I've worked really hard for a lot of years to build my company, build my assets, and I have to protect it. So now that it's getting closer to the finish line of us actually making a decision to get married, there's a couple things that we need to discuss before we can move forward. All right, babe, there's something else that we have to talk about.
What?
You know you're gonna have to sign a prenup, right?
Where's that coming from?
It's something that has to be discussed.
We're not even engaged, and he's thinking about a prenup. I am shocked. Why are you thinking about prenups right now?
It just makes it easier for me to get into the mindset of, hey, this is gonna happen.
So for you to be able to ease into the conversation of marriage, you want to make sure that a prenup is in place.
Yes,
Okay, do you understand that that's kind
but it would make me feel better. There's never a good time to talk about a prenup, so in my opinion, I thought it's better to just get it out now.
I think it's really weird that you're bringing it up right now.
Okay, so did you want me to ask you the day before we actually tie the knot?
Are you already thinking about getting divorced before we even get engaged?
Babe, I'm not thinking about splitting.
Then why bring it up?
It's an awkward conversation to have, so I can definitely understand why she would be upset, but my income and her income have always been significantly different. So it's definitely a form of protection for not just me, but my business.
For you to bring that up, I kind of feel like you have a certain opinion about me. I'm wondering if you think that I'm actually with you for your money.
Babe, really? It works both ways. If I lose my ass, then you're protected. It's not gonna hurt you.
You didn't answer my question.
What was the question?
Do you think I'm a gold digger? It makes me feel like Don is coming from a place where he doesn't trust me. Do you feel some type of way about me?
No, I don't.
He's trying to protect something from me.
It makes me feel more comfortable. You can be on the same page.
That's not really the way I'm trying to start a marriage. It's just, I'm done talking about this. I just want to unpack in peace.
Ah, the OL smelling the coffee moment. But come on, this guy is foolish to think the Western system has his back with a prenup.
Seriously. He's talking about all the hard work he's put into his career like it's some kind of shield. Newsflash, buddy, that woman's a Western woman. Case closed.
Exactly, Mark. No further explanation needed. But for the sake of our viewers, let's break it down.
Right, men are the embodiment of hard work. Meanwhile, Western women, they just don't get it. They've been conditioned to see life through a completely different lens.
And because they don't understand the grind, they have zero grasp of money. That's a recipe for disaster.
You said it. They'll take you to the bank and leave you flat on your ass without a second thought.
But hey, look on the bright side. More and more guys are waking up every day, ditching that feminazi dream. Freedom has never tasted so sweet.